Dawn breaks over the Zambales Mountains, casting Subic Bay in gold. But this is no ordinary morning. The calm is interrupted by the hum of a U.S. Navy littoral combat ship gliding toward a lava pier, a symbol of renewed partnership. Filipino and American personnel move with purpose, preparing for joint naval drills. The air is thick with anticipation. Subic Bay is once again at the center of great power competition. For decades, Subic was a commercial hub, but today, the rhythm has changed. Local fishermen watch as helicopters maneuver overhead, a reminder of shifting tides in the Indo-Pacific. Under the expanded Defense Cooperation Agreement, U.S. forces are present on a rotational basis. The American and Philippine flags fly side by side. The goal is collaboration, not occupation. The morning's efficiency signals a shared commitment to regional stability. Trucks roll onto the pier, sailors from both nations conduct checks, and conversations blend English and Tagalog. This is more than a military exercise. It's a statement of alliance. The U.S.-Philippine partnership is strong and ready for 21st century challenges. The Cold War's silence is gone, replaced by a dynamic, visible partnership. Subic Bay's strategic importance is rekindled by this new dawn. The world is watching as a new chapter begins. Subic Bay is awake again, its future shaped by the realities of today. Subic Bay's history is deeply tied to American military power in the Pacific. After 1898, the U.S. recognized its strategic value, a deep-water harbor, perfect for a naval fleet. For nearly a century, Subic was a cornerstone of U.S. presence in Southeast Asia, supporting operations from World War II to the Cold War. It became a sprawling American city, blending cultures and economies with the local Filipino community. The base provided jobs and economic growth, but also brought social complexities and questions of sovereignty. In 1991, Filipino nationalism led to the U.S. departure, and Subic transformed into a commercial hub. Yet, geography is destiny. Subic's location near the South China Sea kept it strategically vital. Even as commerce thrived, military strategists in both countries knew Subic's value remained. The quiet years were just an interlude. The bay was waiting for history to call again. The U.S. return to Subic Bay is a response to a changed Indo-Pacific security landscape. China's assertive actions in the South China Sea, building islands, harassing Filipino vessels, have created instability. The Philippines faces immediate threats to its sovereignty and resources. Unable to face this challenge alone, Manila turned to its longtime ally. For the U.S., freedom of navigation and the rules-based order are at stake. The return to Subic is a clear signal to Beijing. The U.S. is committed to defending its allies. Years of diplomatic groundwork led to the expansion of the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. The dragon's shadow grew too large. Subic's revival is a necessary step for regional security. This is not your grandfather's Subic Bay. The U.S. return is defined by a lighter, more flexible footprint. No permanent bases, no large combat units. Instead, the U.S. operates as a guest within Philippine military bases, respecting sovereignty. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement allows for rotating troops and pre-positioning equipment. Sites like Subic remain under Philippine command, avoiding the controversies of the past. This model enables rapid deployment, adaptability, and keeps the U.S. presence less of a fixed target. The Philippines gains advanced training and technology while maintaining control. The focus is on interoperability and capacity building, with U.S. investments upgrading local facilities. The partnership is symbiotic, strengthening both militaries and ensuring a sustainable, effective alliance. It's a smarter, more agile way to maintain a forward presence. Subic Bay is once again a hub of coordinated military activity. The focus is on logistics and joint exercises that enhance U.S.-Philippine cooperation. The port supports naval operations. U.S. ships dock for repairs, refueling, and resupply. This places, not bases approach extends the Pacific Fleet's reach. Pre-positioned equipment, humanitarian supplies, fuel, ammunition, means rapid crisis response. Joint training is constant amphibious landings, naval maneuvers, and air patrols build real-world readiness. Exercises like Balikatan simulate defense of Philippine territory. U.S. and Filipino personnel work side by side, from guiding ships to managing airfield logistics. These interactions build trust and interoperability, the foundation of any alliance. The activity at Subic is about more than hardware. It's about forging human connections. If conflict comes, both nations can fight as a single cohesive team. Subic's role is to ensure readiness, resilience, and unity. The alliance is visible in every drill, every handshake. Subic Bay is once again a living symbol of partnership. The future of regional security is being built here, day by day. The renewed U.S. presence at Subic Bay serves three core objectives: deterrence, defense, and freedom of the seas. Deterrence. U.S. forces at Subic send a clear message: aggression against the Philippines will not go unanswered. Defense. Should deterrence fail, Subic enables rapid response under the Mutual Defense Treaty. The bay's location allows quick projection of power to protect Philippine territory and maritime zones. Freedom of the seas. Subic supports U.S. Navy operations that challenge excessive claims and keep international waters open. These objectives are interconnected. A credible defense posture enhances deterrence, and regular patrols reinforce both. Subic's activities are part of a coherent strategy for peace and stability. The mission is to prevent conflict, not provoke it. The goal, a rules-based order where disputes are settled by diplomacy, not force. Subic Bay is central to this vision for the Indo-Pacific. The U.S. return to Subic Bay is governed by the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA. EDCA allows rotational U.S. presence and pre-positioned assets at Philippine bases, respecting sovereignty. In 2023, EDCA expanded to include more strategic sites, effectively bringing Subic back into play. The Philippines retains ownership and control. U.S. activities are coordinated with the armed forces of the Philippines. U.S.-built facilities become Philippine property, directly modernizing their military. The framework is flexible, scalable, and built on partnership. EDCA provides the legal and political foundation for a sustainable alliance. It's the engine powering the renewed U.S.-Philippine partnership at Subic Bay. The U.S. presence in Subic Bay brings major benefits and real risks. For the Philippines, enhanced security, modernized forces, and economic growth. For the U.S., a vital logistical hub and stronger regional alliances. But risks loom. Tensions with China could escalate, making the Philippines a potential target. Domestic opposition in the Philippines remains, with concerns over sovereignty and past environmental issues. Local communities demand transparency and accountability to avoid repeating history's mistakes. Both governments must balance security gains with political and social sensitivities. The return to Subic is a strategic balancing act. The challenge: maximize benefits, minimize risks. Subic's future depends on careful, responsible partnership. Subic Bay is set to become a linchpin in Indo-Pacific security for decades. Its strategic value will only grow as regional competition endures. The U.S.-Philippine alliance will deepen, with more joint exercises and intelligence sharing. Subic may evolve into a hub for both military and civilian cooperation, disaster relief, anti-piracy, and more. Upgraded infrastructure will enhance Philippine capabilities and regional resilience. Subic's story is a lesson in how history and strategy converge. As the sun sets, the hum of readiness signals two allies standing watch over a free Pacific. Subic Bay is back, and here to stay.